How y'all doing, my Pokemon Hedgehogs and Christian Plungers? The Better Bungie here. First of all, real quick, before we begin, I just wanted to get this out of the way so we can move on. First of all, I'm wearing the perfect shirt for this video, and also, I'm going to be on vacation for the next, week, so, excuse it if I miss out on a couple of days of recording, or maybe just record, late, because I have a feeling that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to be uploading pretty late. So, I'm sorry in advance if you get the uploads a little late. However, I am going 2 time zones back, so maybe it won't be that big of a difference after all. But still, just letting you know, it might be a little late. Now on to the video. Last year, Nintendo, not unveiled, but released the NES Classic Edition. It was a smaller, mini, portable-ish version of the original NES from way back in the 90s, or in the 80s and 90s, and that system was crazy hype for people. Now for me personally, I didn't really get all that attached to it, but it is a cool idea to recreate an older system, way old system, and really Nintendo is the only one who can really do that. So to create a super old system, recreate it with more modern graphics and HDMI and modern graphics, obviously, and HDMI, and basically port it in a way for the newer kids to get used to and attached to. Like saying, hey kids, this is what I grew up. It's like parents saying to their kids, hey kids, this is what I grew up on. Here's a mini version. You can never compare, but hey, here it is. Yeah, so that's basically what happened with the NES Classic Edition, and Nintendo's trying to do it again with the SNES Classic. The SNES Classic is shaping up to be one of the greatest, console releases for Nintendo. I mean, I know it's not a full console, but it's already sold out in the UK. So that's crazy. But what's the deal with the SNES Classic? So yeah, people are getting hype over this little box, but what's the big deal? Well, I'll tell you. I am not a person that grew up in that era, so I'm probably not really qualified to tell you, but just in case, if you want to know, I'll tell you, because I know why it's so hype. The SNES was probably one of Nintendo's best consoles, ever. I love the DS, I love the Wii, but the SNES Classic, the SNES was their first console before they really went a little downhill with the N64 and GameCube, and then used their, current marketing strategy of, it doesn't have to be as graphically intense or graphically powerful as long as it's fun. The SNES was before they really went with that kind of idea. And any kid who was in the 90s will tell you that the SNES was probably one of, the greatest consoles of all time. That's an argument of its own, but I can understand where he's coming from. And the SNES Classic seems to be doing exactly what the NES Classic was doing, is basically preying on nostalgia. Think about it. If you're a gamer in this day and age, you probably don't have an AV port on your TV anymore. Those are just outdated. Nothing uses those except for, the Wii. So, a TV isn't really going to support, a TV isn't really going to support the audio channels and video channels of the original SNES. Probably. And even if it does, the cartridge slot and all that has, gotten old. So it makes sense that they're, creating a nostalgic item for older people to use on their more modern day TVs. And the great thing is, it's pretty much the exact same package as the original. I know the NES Classic probably has way more than 17 games, but they're making almost their Nintendo signature collection or whatever they call it, the one with the little crown. So the greatest hits of that console generation, they remake it for a special edition kind of thing, It's like basically that. It's like a special edition version of all those games. It's the greatest hits of the NES ported in the future. And now, this time, we get Star Fox 2, a game that has never seen the light of day. So overall, the SNES Classic is really here for one reason. The big deal with the SNES Classic is one single reason: nostalgia. And I'm okay with that. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, please do leave a like down below. Comment below, how hype are you for the SNES Classic? And are you going to be picking one up? I would love to know. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to get alerts when new videos come out, including videos like this where I talk in front of a camera, as well as gameplay videos and daily uploads every single day for summer. And hit the bell to join the notification squad after subscribing to get alerts when new videos come out every single time. Subscribing will just occasionally notify you, occasionally put my videos on your homepage, and put my videos in your subscription feed. And share with your friends about bad YouTubers such as myself. And also follow me on Twitter at MewPower26 and on Instagram at PoweredPumpkin_gamer to get, news and stuff about when I upload, and if you don't want to hit the subscribe button and all of that stuff. And yeah, so guys, in short, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm the PoweredPumpkin Gamer. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys. I will see you guys next time. My lights are out.